Okay, I'm going to give you in this segment the first rule of selling. This is critical, absolutely essential to understand this. The first rule of selling, no matter what product you are representing, always, always, always agree with the customer. Always. This is the single most important, most basic, and most commonly violated rule in all of selling. In fact, in all of communication. If you want agreement, you have to be agreeable. Okay? If I want agreement with Steve, I have to be agreeable with Steve in order to get agreement from him. This vital rule is not to be confused with this old saying, which is not true, by the way. The customer's always right. Okay? That's an old saying, been around for thousands of years. Customers are not always right. If you've ever been with one, you know what I'm talking about. The point is, right or wrong, agree. Agree as you write the deal. Don't disagree and fight the deal. Agree while you're in the negotiations. Don't disagree. Agree is necessary for you to ever get an agreement. You can never expect someone to agree with you if you're disagreeing with them. It will almost never happen. People are attracted to products, ideas, and people that represent those very things that they're already in agreement with. Who you voted for president last year, or 2 years ago, or 4 years ago, hey man, you got some basic agreement with him. Either that or you didn't know anything about either party. This is a fact of the universe. People move towards agreements. Your friends are those people that you most agree with their core beliefs. Your favorite family members, they're not all your favorites, okay? Are people that you agree with. Those are the people you conjugate with, spend more time with, want to go on holidays with. The people that agree with you. There are the people in your life that you have this most agreement with. And those people are those people you want to spend the most time with. People who agree with move toward one another. People who disagree move apart. The common saying, opposites attract, that's not true. Opposites do not attract and definitely don't attract in a sale. In selling, likes attract, like minds attract, like attitudes attract. And the like is born out of agreement. I like you because I agree with you at some level. See, when there's not enough agreement between two parties, there is no agreement. You get it? When there's not enough agreement between two parties, there is zero agreement. This is the reason a partnership fails. Marriages break up. And the main reason you don't have customers buying from you, disagreement. Most people think it takes two people to resolve a conflict. Untrue. Okay? The truth is, it takes one person to agree, and there would be no conflict. Because for there to be conflict in existence, there has to be two people disagreeing. I agree, disagreement's over, right? So you're in charge now. The salesperson who wants agreement must give agreement to the customer before agreement can ever be achieved. Even when a buyer is making ridiculous, crazy claims or even exaggerations, agree. I'm with you, sir. I agree with you, sir. I understand, sir. Just because you think what he's saying is ridiculous doesn't mean he thinks it's ridiculous. If he thinks something's black and you think it's white, hey, you're both right. Now, I know you want to take your belief system and shove it down his throat, but the truth is, it's black to him. If he thinks it's black and you want to get that sale, you need to see from his viewpoint how it could be black. If he thinks he should wait and think about it and you disagree, he'll solidify. He'll become difficult. His objection will become valid and he will wait, and you will never get him to the close. Now, I'm giving you something very basic. Later, we're going to use this material to close with. First rule of selling, always, always, always agree. Look, if you simply agree with him that thinking would be a good thing right now, and let him know that you agree that thinking is important, doing the right thing is important, taking time is the right thing, he'll be more attracted to you, move toward you, maybe not physically, but definitely mentally. And now you have a chance to close the deal. So remember, always, always, always agree. If I ask you, what's the first rule of selling? Don't say always agree. No, always, always, always agree. Once you've agreed, then you can move ahead. Then you can explain that thinking will not change the fact that this is the right product, that he can afford it, that your company will be there. It's going to save you money right now. Making a decision now will actually put him in a better position. See, agree first, close later. Agree with him first. This will bring him to another level of thinking. It will open him up. So, for instance, I want to add a fourth dog to my family. This is a true story. I go to my wife. We have We have two labs, and I got this Great Dane. Okay, and I go to my wife. I'm like, I want to add a fourth dog, and she's like, no way. I'm dead set against it. Not going to happen. What do? First rule of selling: always, always, always agree. Baby, you're right. What was I thinking? It's crazy. The last thing we need is another Great Dane. With a raised eyebrow, she looked at me. You agree with me? Absolutely, baby. I always agree with you. You're right. What was I thinking? We don't need 4 dogs. And she says, she's so cute. Dog 4 done. In the house, lives there now. You get it? Agree, acknowledge, make the other party right for their thoughts, their ideas, their beliefs, then close. There's no single rule that salespeople violate more than this rule. No rule is violated more than the rule of agreement. Agreeing is the road to more sales. You need to drill this, practice this, because man is inclined, particularly in the West, to disagree in order to satisfy his gluttonous craving to be right. In selling, you don't want to be right. You want to get something sold.